Hey folks, Mick here, welcome back to the channel. I have been trying to create Guild Wars 2 content that I think would be useful to people. The content is generally geared towards newer players since I think these people need more help than more established ones. If you're new and you're watching my channel, please let me know what content you want to see, or if you have general feedback regarding content creation, please let me know. That way, both you and I can benefit from this channel. Also, please consider subscribing if you haven't yet. Anyway, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this video. As we mentioned on episode 1, we will be going to the desert. And here we are, episode 2, in the desert. Why the desert? Well, because mounts. Mounts will increase our quality of life. I think mastery points associated with POF, which are mounts, are generally more useful than those that are associated with Heart of Thorns. Heart of Thorns masteries are mostly only relevant to Heart of Thorns content, while Path of Fire masteries are useful everywhere. The goal of this video is to get you started with mounts and to provide you a little structure into acquiring mastery points. How do we get started? Well, all you have to do is activate and play the first part of the story of Path of Fire, Sparking the Flame. Do this by activating the story in your hero panel. It goes without saying that you do need to purchase the Path of Fire expansion. After completing Sparking the Flame, you're back in the open world area with your newly acquired Raptor mount. I wonder if this is a tribute or a coincidence. If you're a truck or a car guy or girl, you may be familiar with the F-150 Raptor, a desert runner. I wonder if the Raptor in-game, also a desert runner, is attributed to this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Anyway, after completing Sparking the Flame, we've basically acquired a neutered version of the Raptor. To get the most out of this mount, we have to train it until we get to canyon jumping. So we got 1 mastery point from the story. Now we need 5 more mastery points, and these may be the 5 most important mastery points you'll need for Path of Fire. You'll also need some experience points in order to get canyon jumping. There are 2 very easy mastery points to get, and you should prioritize them at this point. They are the Amnun Bazaar Insight and the Old Amnun Insight. They are located here. While you're in this area of the map, you might as well complete the achievement Just a Sip by helping Master Chef Laraib in this area right here. The basic premise is to pass him the ingredients of the soup. It's not a particularly hard achievement, but you'll for sure need a couple of tries until you've memorized where the ingredients are in the kitchen. A couple of tips that might make this easier is to always go back to the center of the kitchen after passing him an ingredient to avoid running across the entire room if the next ingredient is on the other side of the kitchen. Only throw him ingredients while he's stopped, and you're sure he'll get it. You don't want to miss, as that would eat into your time. At this point, go right ahead and start exploring the map. You'll start earning experience points, which let you use your mastery points. The other 2 mastery points that you'll need to round out the 5 to get canyon jumping are Trip Down Memory Lane, located here, and finally, Reins of the Raptor. You will have activated this when you completed the Sparking the Flame storyline. For the Reins of the Raptor achievement, you'll have to complete this heart with Priestess Karima. She will provide you a Raptor treat needed to complete the achievement. You'll then have to speak with Priestess Karima again and volunteer to bring supplies to Priest Hakim at the Temple of Cormier. After you've received the package, you'll have to ride your Raptor to this point in the map and give the package to Priest Hakim. He'll also then give you a Raptor treat. Complete this heart with Mayor Kabir for another Raptor treat. And finally, speak with Cook Ramen. He can be located here just beside Princess Karima's tent. He'll ask for a Choya piece. You'll then have to make your way to this portion of the map and start killing Choyas. After you've got your Choya piece, head back and speak with Cook Ramen, and you'll have completed the Race of the Raptor. There you go, you should have enough mastery points for canyon jumping. I believe that this is where much of the Path of Fire content is predicated on. The game opens up more after this point, and things become easier. You are now ready to get the Springer mount from the Desert Highlands. The Springer, even the basic one, along with your canyon jumping Raptor, can get you into so many places. You can grab the majority of insights with just these two mounts. I will leave a link on the description of already published guides on location of insights within the desert. Time appreciation. It took me approximately 3 hours from getting any of the first 4 mounts and to level their mastery skills to the 3rd level. Casually gaming, that's about a week's worth of gaming. It takes longer to articulate and edit it into a video. Pro tip number 1. Don't level your mounts to the 4th level until later on when you have a lot of extra mastery points. You don't need those at this point. Pro tip number 2. Make sure you have mastery points stored up so you don't waste your experience points. Make sure to keep checking the level up meter below and use your stored mastery points as soon as possible. If you don't have any stored, make sure to prioritize grabbing them. I find experience points are harder to come by in POF. Pro tip number 3. If you're lacking experience points, go into this part of the Crystal Oasis and hunt down the Forge Patrols. They are pretty easy to take down. I believe there are 3 patrols located approximately at these points, and they are events worth approximately 24k XP each. One last thing before I let you go. Since Tier 4 Fractals is our end goal, I have been crafting spool of silk weaving thread, spool of thick Elonian cord, and lump of Mithriliums. As these are time-gated items, you'll need to craft Ascended gear, which we'll need for Fractals. To do this, you'll have to bring your leather working level up to 450. We're crafting them now, so when the time comes to craft our gear, we'll have all our required components. Well, that's it folks, I hope this video was useful to you. Next episode, we'll be going into the jungle, and we'll be collecting some mastery points, and to see what that expansion has to offer. Thanks for watching, this is Mick, until the next one.